Testing. Testing. Testing 1 2. Testing 3 2 1. I believe it's working. Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Flex. Lord have mercy. I done scared myself. Okay, it's all that PTSD from them games we be playing. Alright. Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Flex, and today, y'all know what time it is. We back at it. And it's time to play the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe because I'm like that. Just because. Hey, I honestly have no idea what this game is about. I've seen like a couple clips of it, but I'm not exactly sure what it's about. But as far as I can tell, from what I understand, it's like basically a rage baiter game. It's a rage baiter for real. So we about to see how that goes, cause I don't know. I don't need to be rage baited. I'll get mad. I'll get mad without any additional help. But hey, we gonna watch a tutorial or so. We're gonna watch the trailer for it. Lord have mercy, ain't nothing working for me, man. So I adjusted the schedule like a couple days ago. I said I was gonna be on yesterday. I meant I was gonna be on today. Then today rolls around and nothing's working, so I end up being late. So RIP. But hey, here he is. Here we go. Lock in. I can't spell. Don't mind the spelling, please. Thank you.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. He got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The smartest, silliest game of the year. Far beyond a simple remaster. Where do I even begin with this? The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
That literally told me absolutely nothing, but hey, W trailer, I guess. We might just have to figure it out. We might just play and figure it out. Yeah.
I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm almost there. Yeah. Okay, I'm here. We can start the presentation now.
Huh?
Oh, God, I've been up to my neck in paperwork, handling multiple storefronts. It's been a whole mess of nonsense trying to get this video game out of the door. Okay, what are we doing now? Oh, the launch trailer. Right, yes. So, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is out now.
Pay attention.
Hooray.
Pay
Let's
attention.
see what's next. Background and development history.
Hey, I've been good. Appreciate you for asking.
I
How have
don't
you
have time
been?
for all of this. Who wrote all of these slides? Who even cares
Hey, it's
about
the Ultra
game's
Deluxe.
development?
This ain't just any
Look,
Stanley
the
Parable. It's the
Stanley
Ultra
Parable
Deluxe.
first came out in 2013.
'Cause we like
and
that.
now the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is an expanded version of the game with a massive amount of new content and endings. There.
Hey, I would have been on
Easy.
way earlier,
Done.
but
Moving
nothing was
on.
working for me. RIP.
Console release.
But it is now.
It's also out now on a...
I'm going to sub because I
These
feel bad you have
consoles.
one other viewer right now.
These
Hey,
ones. Okay,
W
next up,
saying the-
previews
the-
of
the
the new
Dragon is
content. How
Ninja.
bloody long is
Appreciate
this
you, W.
presentation? I literally have my accountants on hold right now. They
It's
charge
so
by the hour,
stormy
so we
and
need to
rainy.
get through this
Man, that
trailer
sucks.
ASAFP. Blah, 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 blah. There's lots of new content in the game. Yes, we know that. I explained it already. Okay,
Alright, now pay
here we
attention.
are.
Presentation.
Launch details. It's $25 US, and for the first 2 weeks it's on sale. If you own the original Stanley Parable on Steam, you'll get this new one for 33% off.
Wow, what a scam! I'm just playing. Hey, yo, what's up, Zane? The Draconus Ninja. I'm gonna call you Ninja, okay? What's up, Ninja?
There. Is there anything else? Special thanks and acknowledgements? I don't have anyone to thank. I did it all myself. Turn the projector off. Turn it... There. Okay. Well, it's been fun, but I have to dash. Buy the game. Buy it. Buy the game. Go on, buy it. Buy it for your granny. Bye-bye.
What was it? Oops, my bad. All right, we gonna start this game. Everybody lock in. Here we go. It's so stormy. My cousin's trampoline almost blew away completely. Well, I guess you're gonna need a new trampoline then. R.I.P. Here we go. Here we go. I've only seen bits and pieces of this played. All I know is I don't know if I want to follow the directions or not follow the directions, but I don't even think it matters. Or maybe it does matter. I don't know. We go in English. What in the world kind of computer language is this? What kind of code is... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to get canceled. See, these ones? Okay, but I've never seen that in my entire life. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? No. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Honestly, it's already kind of barely visible. We'll go, like... Honestly, we'll probably keep it right where it was. Follow most of the directions. Okay, got it. Please enter the current time. It early for me. It really early for me, but hey, this is it. Accessibility settings can be assessed from the main menu. Best viewers. Man, bot for real. Settings. Field of view. I don't even think we need to adjust any of these right now. Usually you just play it and you figure it out, and then yeah. Oops. I don't even know what that is. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it's probably fine. That's probably fine. Alright, works for me.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427, okay.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
What loser pushes a keyboard with one finger and one finger only?
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
You know, I respect it. He just ain't doing more work than what he needs to.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
No.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Uh-oh.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Whoa! Hey! Hey, yo, we regained some consciousness. Alright, what we got up in here? Hey, where everybody at? Hey! Hey! I don't even know these guys' names at.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hey, yo, why is it so white outside, though? Hey, yo, where everyone at? Hey, y'all leave without me again? Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop doing that, man. Y'all gotta stop doing that for real.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Follow the yellow lines? Hey, yo. There ain't no yellow lines. Alright, we gonna go left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I agree. This is a W meeting room for real. I didn't think you could open the doors.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Man, don't tell me what I am and am not gonna do. I'm the Stan Lee.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I should have gone right. Open the door! My bad. Hey, yo, whoa. What's down here? Why is it so scary? Hey, what's this? There's a letter. I can't read it, it's too small.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Hey, yo!
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Yeah!
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah!
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer,
I think Stanley's
an explanation.
an idiot.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make
I
the
don't know where I'm
magical
going, but
stars
we're
just a
going.
moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
Yo, Stanley got a wife?
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
It still sounds like we pushing buttons. Oh, it did. We didn't. Nothing happened.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name
Ayo.
is Stanley.
Ayo.
I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me
Ayo.
I'm real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Man, that scared me. Although everyone
This is the
ships him
story
and
of a
narrator.
woman named Mariella.
R.I.P.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who
Stanley.
had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
She'd been staring there for longer than
And
a
then she
moment,
turned
buddy.
and ran.
So I think we done died. We straight up done killed Stanley. We quite literally done killed Stanley. I shouldn't have went downstairs.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, we going upstairs this time. Or hold on, maybe we go through the right door, right? We go through the right
When
door.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What? Look, he's still thinking about typing on that keyboard. I can still hear it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every
Can I
decision
jump?
by yourself. Now, I'm not
Like I
asking for
can.
me, I'm asking for her.
Eh?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What is dude squawking about? Excuse me. Oh, whoa.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay. Hello? Who there?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold
Oh,
on,
yeah.
sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh, heck no! Oh!
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Yeah.
They want to commit their life to you.
Yeah?
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh, you think you funny, huh? No.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
What'd you say? Oh! Oh, am I? Alright. What you want?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? No! Hey, yo, no! Press C on your keyboard? What if I don't press C, huh? What you gonna do? This is a very sad story about a death name. Buddy keeps killing us. He's a mass murderer. Maybe we should listen to him for a little bit, and then when things start getting fishy, we stop listening to him. Cause at this rate, we gonna get the bad ending. We keep dying. I'm guessing we gotta hit C.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Am I
now
Stanley?
He's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
You know what's crazy? He said I had a wife, and now he lied.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
The thought excited him terribly.
Oh.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Alright, let's prepare some dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Okay. I got kids?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
But I thought you said I don't have a wife.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
No.
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
All right, let's go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Oh.
But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Should we not do it? I'm gonna start listening to this guy, cause so far he like keeps killing us off if we don't listen to him. So okay, this is a strategy. We ain't gonna push a button, okay? Yeah, they did change something, didn't they? I'm pressing the button, but not the button. I can't jump. He told me not to press it, bro. I'm gonna press it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press O to question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
What?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Hey, yo. Alright, it's time to start listening to this dude, because we keep going to the beginning.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You right? Alright, I'm gonna start listening to this dude now. He done beat it into me. I gotta listen to him.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That looks like an office, right? Yeah, I don't need to go to the bathroom. This looks like an office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Hello? Anybody here? Oh my goodness. We taking secret passageways. Man, we doing lots of things.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
It started raining through the light, man, dang.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's our number? We're 427, right? I wonder if it's watching us right now. Oh, it's just our office, I bet. Yeah, because we're right there. It's a little dark in there. It's getting weird.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
All right, now how do we do that? Awaiting input. Let's do this. We're hitting off. Whoa. Hey, yo. That scared me. Are we good?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
That's what I'm
he
talking
had
about.
defeated the machine.
I defeated it.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Oh.
Where had his co-workers gone?
Oh.
How had he been freed
Yo, what's
from
up,
the
Prime
machine's
Frosting?
grasp?
How's it doing?
What other mysteries did this
we doing?
strange building
Welcome back.
hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Did I? Did I really? That's the only way to go. It's probably just a screen. We did it, everybody. We made it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
W. Stanley, man. Hey, that's all we wanted for you, my guy. That's all we ever wanted, okay? You go on, be happy with your life. Excuse me? What? Something's
All
not...
of his co-workers were gone. What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
broom
simply
closet?
missed a memo.
Okay. It's a loop.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The broom closet. The closet of the brooms.
Yet there was not a single person here
Yeah,
either.
yeah, get up on my face.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go, oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Oh, I will now that you said that, but it's my second time coming up in here acting like I go in here all the time. I thought this was a loop, buddy. So we just go through the same process every day, all day? What you talking about? You think you can tell me what to do and just act, man, whatever. See, but I think something's weird about this dude. Wait here until he gives me the bucket. What, I gotta be in here for like an hour? It'll be a long time, not gonna lie. Man, where are you finding this out at? Alright, we chilling. Let's close the door so he knows that we ain't going nowhere. Markiplier's? Oh, would Markiplier play this? So this is one game I never seen him play. This game said I could jump, and I thought I'd be like Air Jordan up in here, but we can't jump at all. It lied to me. I don't think it's gonna happen. It gives you the broom closet ending. Was he gonna kill us with it? How long I gotta be in here for? Like an hour? Alright, I guess we wait. We're just gonna sit here and stare. Oh, so we ain't gonna get nothing in here. I was gonna say, because I've been here for about like 5 minutes already and ain't nothing happened. Alright, let's get up on out of here.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's another place we can go to also. Are we supposed to just find all the endings? Is that the thing? Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. I'm definitely not going back down here again. We made that mistake already. What am I looking at? Why are they holding a panda at gunpoint in this picture? Are we going up or down? We're just gonna press them all. You gotta do multiple endings, 1 through 2 if you clicked I have played before. Oh, I see. I said I've never played before, so I don't get anything extra. Are we stuck in here forever? Why are we going so far up? What'd he say? Did he say something? Hey, yo. Oh. Alright, that's enough of that. I don't think we're supposed to do anything here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody.
Hey, what was the
He
code?
began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah, he is mad. He don't like that. What if we go back up?
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me.
Yeah, idiot.
Why did Stanley do that when
Tell
he
the
knew
story
that it would
right.
just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
You're gonna find out.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is.
Why are you so
What a
mad?
decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Alright, that's enough of that. Hey, what's up there? Wait, can we climb up there? I wonder what else we can do to make this guy mad. Cause he kind of making me want to make him mad.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Oh, I have an idea.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
I feel like he's gonna kill us again. He really mad, but he did. Hey, Stanley a genius. Watch this. Watch this. Guess what I'm gonna do now? It won't let me.
Oh my God. It's the boss's office.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Okay. Hey, I remember them things.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Fine with me.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it.
Okay.
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
W. I'm telling you, there's a method to my madness, Mr. Voice.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before.
Where else do you want me to
No
go?
frame of reference,
Huh?
to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Watch this. Mr. Voice was from misfortune. Yeah, I know. He ain't saying nothing. He's mad.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to
Buddy,
think,
the voice
and to
actor got
anticipate,
paid
and
the
then
big
to marvel
bucks,
at the eventual
because he
reveal.
probably read like
This
5 books
is
doing this
storytelling,
game.
Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Hey, yo.
Good, we're here.
Hey, it's a new spot.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Stanley. Hey, yo.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Up again, down again, the Stanley story. Break a leg, champ. Stanley, my true love. For you, yours every day, you make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get 'em, Tiger. I love the way you ride elevators. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. Stanley. Me, Dad, age 6. The dude who came up with pizza? The guy who went to Mars? The Lord meet and greet? What? Yeah! Yeah, we're Stanley! That's what I'm talking about. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Hey. Hey. Call me. Call me. Hey. Alright, everybody. Alright, everybody, calm down. Calm down. What? What? But. What? What? Oh my goodness.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hey, yo, this game kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I felt famous for a second. You gotta be kidding me. That's what I'm talking about right there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You're exactly right.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Wait, go back? Oops. There was a
But Stanley
button.
didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Oh, is it left? Is it really?
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
We made it.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Alright. There's gotta be more
All
ways.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or...
I don't know.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Your story sucks,
I know
pal.
for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
When in doubt, go left. Remember that.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Huh. Check the desks. Huh? I did something. Whose desk was that? That was 434. I wonder if that would open that one's door. Four, 3, 5. I just been turning them off.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall.
Let me
I
out!
believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
That's what I'm talking about.
I know you put in a
That's
lot
what I'm
of
talking
hard
about.
work,
Thank you,
and
everybody.
It really paid off. So, good job.
Yup.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Man, shut up.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
You lost
Hang
me.
on.
You lost me,
That got a bit
pal.
weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Oh yeah, I think we got it.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
This layout don't make no sense. The narrator and his husband. Hey, yo.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. We should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere. which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
We broke the cycle.
The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Hey, yo, that kind of scared me.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so that was one ending, I guess. I found it.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
We were on a roller coaster.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Okay. That's what we
The
have.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay. I'm guessing Go till you reach the bucket expo. Okay, I'm guessing there was still
Okay, so
more
far
endings
it's
we
an
could have got,
elevator.
but it's fine.
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. Uh-oh. I almost broke my chair again.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle. Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I'm all out of jumps.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Do it.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
True.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something! Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The first dollar. I remember that. We need the bucket.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
The bad reviews.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I can't get over there. Won't let me jump. I use all my jumps.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
Oh no.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Uh-oh.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Uh-oh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
That picture almost killed me. I had to bob and weave.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Uh-oh. What's this one?
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your finger. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
Hey, yo.
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Oh, my gosh.
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh, man.
Or 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how...
Hey, yo.
Oh, hello. It's you.
Oh, no.
You're here again. Welcome.
Oh, no.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year.
Oh,
have you
boy.
ever sat
It's his
down in
husband.
one
What you
place
talking
and not
about?
moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long.
There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible, the spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some...
Did he die? Do you remember anything he said? No. Ha ha! Absolutely not. We need a channel points button for hydrate. Yeah, that's a W idea. W. Time stopped. Well, here we go. I think he died.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I think he's going crazy.
Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
He's going crazy.
is never the end, is never the
Whoa. 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 This place is about to disintegrate. Yo, what in the world? What in the world? That's kind of scary. Excuse me. What? Wow. Alright. Huh? Oh.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New content. Alright, let's see what else we can get on here.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Ew. Fancy.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
We never did need that plan again.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I feel like these are all bad. And what gave me that impression is looking at Aladdin Return of Jafar. 100% I would not say that's good. Instantly, I just knew that the rest of them got to be bad too.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What? What? Yeah, no way. No way.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as
No
people.
way.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Yeah, right.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Get me
but
outta
of
here.
course, in the final game, this button will say your name. whatever
Oh,
name that is.
imagine it
Here,
was Jim.
let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay,
What if my
here
name
we
is
go.
Jim?
Let's take a deep breath,
What's up,
clear your
Frosty?
mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Alright.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Jimothy.
Sleeping and waking as Jim. Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's
I was playing my name
possibilities
is
as
actually Jim, by the way.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Like, is it normal
Imagine
that my
yourself
right ear is
driving to
wider
work
than my
as
left
Jim,
ear?
playing frisbee on
Are
the
you
weekends
sick?
as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as
Because
Jim,
no.
developing a crippling substance. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, oh, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
No!
Jim.
Alright. Here we go. Oh. Like I had an ear infection
Maybe
before,
I'll
and
only
now
let people named Jim
how
play the
bad
Stanley
those
Parable
hurt.
too.
Oh, yeah.
They would appreciate what I've created here.
it's the bucket. Mid-match too, by the way. Hey yo,
A
we need
common
the bucket.
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more
And go with it,
convenient
Frosty.
solution for
Like,
me
what is
than
it?
actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Hey, yo.
Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
That was weird.
Fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they?
I have
All
played
this
those
and
games.
more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Alright. We got
Does
the
anyone
bucket.
give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I guess we're going in here next.
Okay, I'll be honest, I
Straight
haven't
Arena.
yet decided on this one.
I don't know what that
I
is.
think that in the new
see.
version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I have no idea. Stanley looks like a loser who'd be on Fears to Fathom. He looked like he'd be one of them losers.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Okay.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Ooh, new easy achievement? Get it here. Get yours right now. Okay, pull the lever.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yeah, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel.
Too late for
to
us
at
to
last
cry, Pete.
satisfy the
Zelda?
hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously
Zelda.
demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Man, good thing we got this bucket of reassurance, because otherwise I'd be very unassured. Alright, man, that's enough of that. But Buddy just wasted my time for real. Give me up on that here before I start tweaking. W stream, W frostic.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jump circle, ooh!
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well.
Add more.
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
I'd be that way. Can you find them? Sure.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Oh,
I
nice.
don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh. Yay!
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Oh, hold on. We got the infinite hole. I almost left. Hold on. It does not work. It won't end. All right. As long as we don't lose the bucket of reassurance, we're good. We're golden. Gonna be golden.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video game. You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Hey, what you mean?
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
We'll be fine.
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
Ayo.
From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Oh.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Aye, man.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
But that doesn't even make any sense.
If that works for you,
No.
then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I ain't gonna press it. All right.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not
Hey, I
normal.
got you, Frosty.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this
Yeah,
time?
it did.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before.
I did.
I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite.
So why you always lying?
Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
He gonna get rid of the hole altogether.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite,
but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the,
It's not working.
teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
Huh?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
Whoa.
It's a win for everyone.
No!
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
No! Don't leave!
Take care, Stanley.
Don't leave me!
You and the hole have a wonderful rest of it.
No! At least we got our bucket. We got our bucket of reassurance, so we're good. Why can't Stanley get out of that, though? Stanley's a bum. Aura! Aura!
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space.
Realistic.
Stanley? 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 Oh, good, you're awake.
It wasn't
I thought
done!
you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
Okay, fine with
and I'm
me.
looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
This is why I kept pressing the skip button, you bum. Alright, here we go, lock in. Oh, I guess that was it.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
That's new? Alright. How do I get up there? Ooh! Hold on. We got something we gotta do. At least we still got the bucket of reassurance. Oh. Never mind. Maybe it's in here now. It's not. Okay, never mind. I need to find the button. Maybe it's under here. Dang it. Alright. What's back here?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Heh. New feature. Oh, we already have that. Settings, World Champion. Mostly infinite hole, free achievement. It ain't working. Oh, let's go back to the hole. Hi-ho. Alright, where's the hole? He got rid of the hole, didn't he? This bum got rid of the hole. Man. This absolute goob. Okay, I found it. I was wondering what was making that noise, the bucket. Oh, he locked it. Oh, okay. Okay. Loser. What a bum. Alright, let's get up on out of here. I think we saw everything, right? Right? I don't know. Can we go in here again? Maybe the trick is all the collectibles are in the same spot in here. Nope, they're not. Alright, get me out of here. I think that's everything. Right? Right? We got merge, jump circle, free map. Or no, this map. The button that says the name. Oh, that's Dead Little Lies. Oh, settings, world champion. The Stanley Parable, reassurance, office decorations, epilogue, collectibles, infinite hole. Okay. It won't let me exit. I can't leave. Oh, it's over here. Eh.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Man, I wanted more time in the hole, buddy. But you took it from me. And I'll never forgive you.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about it.
I just want to jump in the
Here we
hole.
go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay, I'm looking.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427.
I skipped him.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hey, yo.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why
The
was he
bucket?
not doing it? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're gonna find the bucket. What do you mean go back?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh man, I forgot the bucket. No.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
The elevator of doom.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly
I
me.
wonder if that's just the same thing.
Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
It probably is the same thing, so we'll just go back down.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
it's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising
You're
narrative.
still talking?
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to
Oh,
his
no!
demise,
Ayo!
he reflected that his life had been of no
Ayo!
consequence whatsoever.
Help!
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No! Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Who's this? We got out.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yeah. I don't know who she is. Must be his girlfriend. In previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Huh. The lounge. Wow. Okay, it's like a museum. Stanley's office. The evolution of Stanley's office. Wow, okay. Should we look around some more? Countdown desk. Heh. The countdown room. We must have not got everything. I'm assuming. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one released on May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator, informing the viewers that he is preparing the new version of the Stanley Parable. Okay. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna get lost in here. How do we get out of here? Here we go, I found it. Hey, yo, what? 1 option, 2 option, 1 option, vent. Alright, get me out of here. It's time to go. Take me away. Alright, here we go.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Okay.
But listen to me.
Ayo!
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Yeah.
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Oh no! I'm not gonna do it. I think she's lying.
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
I'm gonna be fine.
Don't let
All
Hey,
of his
yo.
co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Yeah. Ooh.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
She's not the
Stanley
narrator.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking, but Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
That's crazy.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Huh. I meant on the catwalk.
Stanley
Oops.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered. This was not.
You didn't say that.
to
You
the
just told me to
meeting
jump,
room,
so
but
I
Stanley
jumped.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Again.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room.
Oh yeah,
Go
we didn't go
somewhere
this way
else.
before.
The
Oops.
cargo lift. Yeah, good.
Said the
Right.
bucket.
I
Now
thought you
ride the
had
lift
sense.
all the way to the
But
top.
if you're gonna tell me
There's
to
something
jump,
up there I
I'm
need
gonna
you to
jump.
do.
You didn't
Stanley
say for
did
the
not
wait for the
question why or
catwalk.
how this
That
bucket was
shouldn't
speaking
kill
to
me
him.
anyway. That's not
It
very
should
high.
have
That's not
alarmed
very
him,
high.
of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious
You
fact.
see, you talk about me
He
having
was
sense,
firmly
but you don't have the
convinced
sense to
that
tell me to
bucket
jump on the
had spoken
catwalk.
to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Danger everywhere.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
No!
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
Lord have mercy.
So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right?
Yeah.
This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Here we go. Here we go. Lock in.
Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket.
I'm a
With an
genius!
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Dang
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
How am I supposed to know? This loser.
Item 4. Is this a bucket? What? Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one. Is this a bucket? Correct.
What?
This is a bucket.
Huh? What?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
I don't know.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
This dude's crazy.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
I'm leaving, dude. I guess not.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore nothing could possibly be something.
Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this.
You're a bucket head.
I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry.
You're not taking my bucket away.
All buckets.
You're not taking my bucket away. You're not taking my bucket.
Here we go.
You're not taking my bucket. We're gonna have problems, bro. I'm gonna meet you around back.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
This dude.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to
Do
get some
ya?
clarity on that issue. But it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
All right. Begin the game again. The sequel is now paused. Lord have mercy. All right, hey, we about to continue this another time. Cause Lord have mercy. Buddy's talked about 5 books worth of information. I don't remember half of what he said. I ain't gonna lie. Lord have mercy. Hey, W, game suggestion for real. Hey, we definitely gonna be coming back with this. Another time. Be sure. I turned off my mic. Oopsies, my bad. I broke it. Hey. I hope you've enjoyed today's edition of the Stanley Parable, the sequel, or number 2, whatever you prefer. As always, be sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Be sure, make sure you peep the schedule so you know when I'm playing and what I'm playing. Okay. As always, W game, W chat, W Flex Nation. I'll see y'all next time. Hey, we'll get to a reaction. We'll do reactions next time too. Hey, W. Bro, you can't keep schedule.